Hi, this is Cecilia from Tarot by Cecilia, and today is Friday, April 16th, 2021. The tarot card for today is the Four of Cups from the Journey of the Sacred Bee Tarot by artist Kelly Burton. I'm looking at this and I'm like, it's Friday, and well, I'll tell you what, we all get in a rut sometimes. There's one thing being predictable and routine, but when you start to, there's a good saying, a very old saying, familiarity breeds contempt, right? When you become too used to something, the status quo, whether it's a relationship or life itself, you kind of tend to resent it, even though it could be someone or something that you love very much. And this is a very common thing. And honestly, you can't let it get the better of you. Some people start feeling this way and they're like, well, I've got to get out of this, which is probably not the case. You need to ask yourself, how did you get into it in the first place? How did it get to the point where you feel that your life is boring? I know for a lot of people, some of it may be COVID related, but then there's the interactions that we have with others and our daily routines. And a lot of times, people become consumed with what they have going on, especially, living in an age where we have so much technology and devices. And I'll be honest, it's probably a good thing to, have a day. Do you ever see where a family, sets all devices aside and sits down and has dinner together so that they can stay connected? Because, the same old, after a while, it just doesn't cut it. And it's very easy to blame everyone else for the situation that you're in. They are not necessarily the problem. You can do things about your life to change your life and have it not be so boring. And that doesn't mean that, because it's Friday night, you got to go out and do something crazy. You know what I'm saying? There is a lot of times, there are a few Four of Cups cards out there that I've seen, like in the Urban Tarot. And what's the other one I want to say? Tarot of the 78 Doors. Couch potato comes to mind. Do you fall into those routines, those habits where, you just sit there mindlessly in front of the TV? And maybe later you're like, ugh, that kind of thing. But what is happening here, too, is that you're missing out on so much more, because life does have more to offer. But first, you have to recognize that you are in the rut that you're in, and that you are the maker of your own status quo, okay? Once you figure out that it's you that's responsible, you can assess your situations, decide what's working in your life and what's not, but not based on that feeling that you get. Like I said, familiarity breeds contempt, and you don't want to destroy perfectly good relationships because you're upset with, the way things are. Sit down and talk. Figure out what there is that can be done. Maybe financial restraints, maybe other things, time limitations, etc. But you can figure this out and you can make it work. Just don't overlook what you may not have wanted to consider. Sometimes what is on offer turns out to be the change that you need the most. I want to thank you all very much for being here. I'll see you here again tomorrow. And as always, have a great day.